guys, I'm Rhonda Nickerson, the owner of Rhonda's Creative Corner, and welcome, welcome, welcome. I am so happy to be here with you guys. I am a company that is owned in Waxahachie, Texas, and we have a large warehouse full of amazing wreath goodies. So if you want to get this kit that I'm going to be talking about in just a second, you can go to www.rhondascreativecorner.com and you can get it there, alright? So let's go ahead and talk about the supplies and tools that we'll need for this kit, alright? So everything that I'm going to show you, I'll let you guys know if it comes with the kit or if it doesn't. And if it doesn't come from our store, I will let you know where it comes from. So let's get started. Alright, so what you'll get with the kit is you're going to get 2 mesh. Alright, you're going to get an orange one, and then you'll get this black and white border mesh. You're going to get these 4 amazing ribbon, and you're going to get 2 2.5s and 2 1.5s. And you also get this welcome candy corn sign. I'm so excited to do this wreath. I've been waiting for my supplies to come in to finish this wreath, and they finally came in this week. So I was like, let's go ahead and take a YouTube tutorial. Alright, so this is what you're going to get with the kit. Alright, if you want to, you can go ahead and add you a black work form. We have work forms of all colors. We don't have orange in yet, but orange are coming. But we have yellow, we have black, we have red, whatever color you need other than orange, we do have it, okay? Alright, so this is what comes with the kit. 2 mesh, 1 sign, and 4 ribbon, okay? Also at our store, we do have these candy corn picks. And look how amazingly cute they are. It's just little cupcakes. So we have those, so I might use those. Also, I have this pick here, and I got these at Michales. And I bought a whole bunch of them because my theme for Halloween is candy corn. So I bought a whole bunch of them because I have a lot of projects that I'm trying to actually do. I even have a candy corn mannequin head that I want to do that I bought these for too. But I stole one so that I can use it for this project, alright? Him as well. I don't know if I'm going to add him, but I'm going to show you, I'm going to demonstrate to you how if you wanted to get him, you could add him to your cart as well. We do have him in the store too. And then we have these black and white Harlequin picks as well. So these are things that you can use. I may not use them, or I may, you know. I just brought things to give you guys ideas and get your brain moving. Alright, so let me go ahead and set up, and I'll be right back, and we'll get started on the project. Alright guys, I got so excited I forgot to talk about the tools that we're going to need for this project, alright? So you're going to need some scissors, you're going to need a rotary cutter, you're going to need a staple gun, and you're going to need wire cutters, alright? You're also going to need some pipe cleaners, and we do sell these on the website as well. I will put the kit and everything else that we use in the project down in the description, okay? You're going to need some zip ties, and you're going to need a little piece of foam. I'm going to use foam to put in the back of my sign. So I just bought these sheets of foam to make my lollipops. And I thought instead of using ribbon that this would be good. And I did try the cable mounts, and I heard that they really work good, but I never have the time or remember to put the E6000 on the back of them before I start my project. So I probably won't be using them anymore, but a lot of other designers love them. So if you have time and you will remember to put E6000 or super glue or whatever on the back of them, then I would definitely try using the cable mounts for the back of the signs. But here in the Texas heat, if I take it to the warehouse, I'll go back in 2 days later and the signs are on the floor because it's so hot that the heat melts the glue. So we won't be using those anymore. But I heard that they work well if you can put the E6000 behind it, okay? Or Gorilla Glue too. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. As you guys know, if you've been following me for a long time, I love to get my sign together first because I don't want to have to wait for the glue to dry and everything to dry once I get ready to add the sign at the end of the project, okay? So I'm just going to make me some small little squares like this. Then I'm going to put it on to the wreath. I'm going to actually remove this because this will come right up, and we don't want that to happen, okay? So I'm going to put a little glue, alright. Put a little glue there. Put a little glue on that side, and I'm so happy to be back with the tape tutorial for you guys. We go live, if you guys don't know, we go live every Thursday on Facebook and YouTube. doing a pretty project, and we will have a kit most of the time for all of the videos that we have live and the tape tutorials. We'll have some kits for you, okay? And then we go live every Friday at 6 p.m. selling all of the goodies that we have in our shop. If you guys don't know, we do have a warehouse in Waxahachie, Texas. It is a 3,200 square foot warehouse, and we have a classroom as well where we offer classes and stuff. We've only had 3 classes so far, but in the near future, I plan on having more for sure. All right. So what I did is I glued the foam down. I took the pipe cleaner, and I'm going to demonstrate because I was talking. I took the pipe cleaner here, and I just folded it about 1 inch and 1 inch, like that, just so that I can have some more cushion. So the reason that you're doing this is because the sign is thin. I am using a 1/4 inch staple, but sometimes the staples can go through the signs, and you don't want that, okay? So I'm just taking it, and I'm using the foam as a barrier so that it won't go through the front, okay? So perfect. All right, gonna do this side as well. Gonna take it here, and then so when I put the glue, I just put the glue up top, okay, so that I can have this to be able to flap over. All right. I'm just taking. I always put 2 staples. Like I said, 1/4 inch, and then I also back it up with some glue. All right. And then I place this to the side so it can have an hour or so to dry. We don't have to worry about it at the end. All right, so that's how that looks in the back. I'm just going to place it to the side for it to dry, okay? All right, guys, so we are ready to start cutting the mesh. And if you haven't heard of my creation, the Rhombus Creative Station, then I have to tell you all about it, all right? So this is an all-in-one station that you can have a mesh holder, a ribbon measure, an easel, and the reason that you never see me use my easel is because the way that the room is actually set up. There's no way for me to actually use the easel because the camera is here and the camera is right in front of me, and there's no way. It would just be too close to the camera for me to be able to do that. All of the cameras are built in permanently, so that's why you never see me use the easel. But it is a great. I do use it when I am creating and I can turn it towards me, and then I'm standing here, and then I can create. You can hang your wreath there, and you can do whatever you need to, fluff your bows or whatever. It's just like hanging it on the door, but you have an easel right here at your workstation where you don't have to go run and get the glue gun and all that other extra jazz, all right? So it has storage in the back. You get a glue gun holder, and the storage that is in the glue gun holder, I have it sitting right here. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's right here. It has a whole bunch of junk in it. But it holds my rotary cutter, all of my glue sticks, all of my tools and everything. And then you have 2 drawers in the back as well that allow you to be able to store whatever you need back there too. All right, so I'm going to show you cutting the mesh first, and then I'll cut the ribbon, okay? So I am going to be doing the ruffle with the woodland ruffle on top, okay? So we're going to use the border mesh for the ruffle, and then we're going to use the orange mesh for the woodland ruffle, all right? So let's go ahead and get started. And all of your mesh will be new. So when you're doing this, I want you to always take your mesh. I'm just going to do one at a time to make sure that I get this pretty straight. And I'm just going to cut part of it off, okay? Because I don't know if you guys can see that in the top camera. It is uneven, okay? So I don't know if they do with the wood burner or something when they cut it, but it's uneven. And it's okay. You're just going to cut off about 1 inch. Or 1.5 inches, whatever. It doesn't matter. Just as long as you get it straight, all right? So I'll cut that off and make it straight. And then we're going to cut at 20 inches each one. So to make this video not be long, I'm just going to demonstrate cutting a few, and then I'll get off camera and I'll come back, and then we'll cut the ribbon, okay? So as you guys know, sometimes the mesh can be off and you don't have a full 10-yard roll. Not my fault, it's manufacturer's fault. But to make sure that you always have the same size mesh, I always go down 1 inch. So I wanted to cut them at 20, but I'm going to cut them at 19 just so that I know that I'll have enough for all 18 of my cuts, okay? So we're just going to take it here. We're going to put our rotary cutter at 19, all right? And then we're just going to cut up, all right? And I just kind of, because they're going to go on top of each other, I just put them together and then put them down on the floor. And that way, when I'm going, I can just reach down on the floor, grab them, and keep on going. My table is just not big enough for that, especially with filming. We have computer and stuff over there, all the things. Alright? And when you're doing this, I advise you to try to cut your mesh as straight as possible. Okay? If you start good habits, you'll always keep the good habits. So try your best to cut your mesh the same length and straight. Okay? Alright, so I'm going to get finished cutting this. I'm going to make 18 cuts of both of them total. Alright, so we have 36 pieces. 18 of the black and 18 of the orange. Alright, so I'm going to do that and then I'll be right back. Alright guys, we are all done with the mesh. Now we're going to get ready to do our ribbon. And so with the Rhombus Creative Station, you are able to cut your ribbon, and you can cut up to 2 ribbon. Alright, so here we have, this is the ribbon measure here. Alright, and so for all of you guys who got the newer Rhombus Creative Station within the last year and a half, I know on the video that we taught, that we showed you guys how to use it as a little piece to put underneath. Now all you have to do is take this teeth here and just put it in the side, and that holds it into place. It's not going anywhere, okay? So the reason that we did that is because it's less for you to keep up with, right? And it's less for it helps with time with building the stations, okay? I forgot to get my little page out. Alright, so we got it set up so you can do, cut your ribbon 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16 inches on the station. And I like to cut 2 at a time. I'm just going to go ahead and open all of mine. Alright. So I'm just going to take my ribbon. I'm just going to place the 1.5 on top of the 2.5. If you want to, you can do yours just do 1 at a time. It's up to you. So I like to take it and I like to put my clip, and this clip does come with your station. I like to put that clip right there to hold the ribbon on, and then you're just going to actually just spin it around, okay? So this is 1, and I'm doing it at 13 inches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Shoot. I should do a video showing y'all. It has a little, that was 6. It has a little cut here. So I'm just going to take that off. I'm going to go ahead and cut that one. That was 6, and I can just start over. The only reason that I'm doing that, and I'm going to show you why. It's because it had the little, y'all see they glued it together. Shame on them. Alright. Don't y'all just hate when that happens? Let me know down in the comments. I know y'all do. I already know the answer. But tell me anyway. 7, 8, and 9. Alright. So, if that hadn't been like that, then we would have been able to get all 9 of our cuts in it. Okay, so you're just going to take this off when you're ready to cut, and then you just fold it. And you just take your scissors, cut, and the only piece you lose is that little end part that you folded along the side. Okay, take it and cut it. I'm going to cut these as well. Cut. Alright, and then you'll just go in and then just separate all of your ribbon, and then you'll be able to do both sets of ribbons together. And I love it. All of the ribbon comes out even, and it's really, really fast to cut your ribbon. Do the same thing. Hopefully this one is not jacked up. And if you want to, you can do both of your 2.5s together. It really doesn't matter. Alright. Then we can take our little pin, put it here. We're just going to spin it around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Alright, so we have it here. I'll just hold my hand here. I'll take my scissors, cut down, go ahead and take this. Make sure to put your clip up. Make sure to put it back in your drawer so that you know where it always is. If not, you can always get them at Hobby Lobby. I mean, not Hobby Lobby, Home Depot. My bad. I get it at Home Depot. Just cut one in. Take your scissors, stick it in, side, and cut that in. And you're done. You just have to separate your ribbon. And again, y'all, this is 13 inches. 13-inch cuts. And now I'm just separating. Alright, so I'm going to finish separating the ribbon, get the station over to the side, and then we will get started on the actual project, okay? Alright, I'll be right back. So before we actually get started on the actual project, I want to show you guys how to dovetail. So for all of my newbies, I know you guys might not know how to dovetail, but it's super easy. I remember when I was first starting, I was like, how do they do that? And I learned that it's very, very easy, all right? So what you want to do is you want to take, I always use 3 ribbon. I never go over 3 ribbon usually because I don't want my cut to be nice and straight. So when you start getting more into more, it can kind of make them uneven, and then you'll have to end up cutting again. So I really only like to cut 3 of them together. If it's super thick, then I'll just do 1 at a time, which I don't work with too much ribbon that's like that. But I always, most of the time, this ribbon that I get from my wholesaler is amazing and very high quality. So I like to cut 3 at a time. And I'm just going to fold it in half. So you're folding it in half. You're going to take your scissors on the folded end, and then you're going to angle up to your wire end. Okay? And then you're just going to make a cut. Alright? And it just makes your ribbon look much better. Alright? Just lining all of my ribbons up, making sure they're even. I'm going to fold it again. Taking my scissors on the folded edge. Going to angle up. So it just depends on how deep you want your dovetail to be, all right, or your V to be in your ribbon. So I like mine in the middle. I don't like it too shallow, and I don't like it too deep. I like it right in the middle. But it's up to you. So just kind of play around. If you have some Sam's ribbon or some Dollar Tree ribbon, kind of play around with it and see how you like your V to be, because sometimes it can be deep, sometimes it can be real shallow. Just make sure that it looks good. Make sure that you don't have that your edges are going to a point. Don't let it be square or something where you didn't get your dovetail right. If you have that, make sure to just go in and cut it where it's even so that your ribbon can be beautiful. Alright? Alright, so I'm just going to stack my ribbon on top of each other. And I'm just going to place my ribbon to the side. And all my others I dovetail beforehand, so that's ready. Now I'm going to grab my work form, and I want you to make sure, I wish you guys could see, I was messing with my other wreath, and I thought that I did this, but I guess I didn't, because I cut my hand. I was sticking my hand underneath the wreath trying to tie a pipe cleaner, and I just looked down at my hand when I was cutting the ribbon, or dovetailing the ribbon, and I saw that I cut myself. So make sure, I don't know if I could put it up close enough to the camera if you guys can see how it's cut there in 2 places. I don't know, maybe you can see. I don't know. But yeah, I did that. So that's a good example to make sure that you check your work form, because you don't want it to cut your customers, okay? Not that they would really be sticking their hand into there, but you know, when they lift it up out of the box, you never know. So always make sure that your work form is nice and that all of the little pointed edges are not sticking out, okay? So I'm just checking all of them, making sure that it's flush to the work form. I could feel it cutting my hand this morning, but I didn't even pay attention. I just was looking now, and I was like, oh, Lord. All right, and one thing that you want to test too is you want to just kind of push your work forms to the front. Just kind of tap on it. That one moves kind of easy. Okay, so if it moves really easy, you want to just take a little glue and glue it. And also, somebody also told me that they use little zip ties and zip tie it as well. Zip tie this onto the work form because glue doesn't work. So you can also do that. And I tried it on the live the other night. If you guys were with me, then you saw me try it. And it does work. So if you want to do that, you can do that too. So you just go around checking your work form. Y'all, it takes all of 2 minutes to check your work form to make sure. Especially when you're doing the poofs. And if you're doing the poof method, your work forms swinging back and forth and moving left and right can really affect the way that your wreath looks, okay? So just make sure that they're nice and tight. And they're not moving back and forth, okay? So we got all of it ready. So now we're going to start adding our mesh. So what did I say we're doing? We're doing the ruffle with the Woodland Ripple on top, okay? So the ruffle is going to be in this one. And again, guys, these are 19 inches, okay? I did have one that was 18 inch, and I didn't have any extra to cut another piece. So I didn't even count. I was just cutting. I know you're going to use basically the whole roll, so I just cut all of them. So I don't think that I have another one. But the little inch is not going to really matter, but do try to cut it all at the same length and cut it straight. I'm going to just keep on saying that when I'm working with mesh so that will be embedded in your head. You want to try to cut all of your mesh the same size and cut the mesh straight. All right, so let's go. We're going to do the ruffle method. So what you want to do is you want to just lay your ribbon out. Or why do I keep calling it ribbon? I don't know. You want to lay your mesh out, and then you just want to take it. You want to place your hands here in the middle, and then you just want to, let me show you this. This is another good thing that you can do to help with raveling. Now, this is high quality mesh. It really doesn't ravel much unless you just keep on messing with it. Like if you're just learning and you're trying to get the ruffle and you don't like it and you take it apart, then it will start to ravel. But if you just do it about 2 times, it shouldn't. But this can help with your raveling. Just go ahead and fold it in about 1 inch underneath. Alright? And then you want to take it, hands in the middle, and then you're just going to make small little pinches coming towards you. And then when you get ready to get to the end, this is already folded under, okay? This is already folded under. You pinch, 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 and then you leave some underneath so that you can have another little, it's not really a curl, but it's just kind of folded under, if that makes sense, okay? So that's how your ruffle looks. So you're going to take it and you're going to place it. So you can start on the top row or the bottom row. When I'm doing ruffles, I usually start on the bottom, but it really doesn't matter, okay? All right, and then we're going to do the Woodland Ripple. So you're just going to take it here, going to put it across your chest, and then you're going to roll it in, leave a little bit in the center, and then gather it together, okay? All right, so if you can see this on the top camera, you can see how that's coming out a little bit. I like to go in to the inside here and just pull it some, just so that my ends can be even, okay? And like I said, it really doesn't matter. Your customers is not going to know, but I know, so I want to fix it, okay? And then I'm just going to put that on top. And this time, I'm going to twist it 3 times. When I put the black one in there, I only twisted it once, just so that it could be easy for me to untwist it, okay? And then I'm just going to twist this 3 times, because nothing else is going to go in here but ribbon, and I'm not going to untie it to put my ribbon inside, okay? So let me show you how cute. Amazingly cute. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, let's go ahead and do the next one. I'm going to demonstrate about 4 of them, and then I will get off and finish the bottom, and then come and do a few on the top, and then we'll get started adding the ribbon. All right, so you're going to leave about 1 inch, fold it in. All right, then you're going to grab your hands, and you're going to just make small little pinches. Just walk your hands forward, okay? Just walk your hands forward, and try to leave a little fold underneath. So if you can't get it and it unfolds, especially with the mesh that you've used, that you cut it first, that mesh is going to be straight. As you go into cutting the mesh, it's tighter in the roll, so you have an automatic curl. So this is one of the outer ones. So you can just go in and just put your hand underneath here, and then just pinch it together, okay? I just love this mesh. So y'all, we do have more black and white mesh. I'm going to put the kit, and I'm going to put all of the links to everything individually as well, okay? So if you don't want to have to get the whole kit, then you can get different things. You may have some mesh or something that you already have at home, and you just need a few of the items that we're using. So, right, gonna take it, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and then we're gonna just ruffle it in, okay? I'm just gonna pinch it together. I'm gonna come back, untie, and place it down. So when you're doing this too, woodland ruffle or ruffle, you want to make sure that you're putting your woodland ruffle or ruffle directly in the middle, okay? You want to make sure it's in the middle, but super cute. I love that black and white. Alright, so I'm going to finish the outside, and then, oh, that's so pretty. And then I will come back and do a few on the top. I'll probably go ahead and finish and just leave a couple for me to come back and demonstrate on the top, and then we'll get to adding ribbon. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright guys, hopefully you can't hear them outside mowing, but I need to keep going because I have a lot to do today, and I gotta keep on schedule. So, I've left 2 to do for you guys on the top, and same thing that we're gonna do. Just gonna fold it underneath, and grab your hands and pinch it towards you, and then right at the end, just gonna grab it underneath, alright? And so if you can look at this, you can kind of see that this is uneven. So you want to take a look at it before you put it on there. Make sure that your hand is in the middle and that it is even on both sides, okay? Alright, and another thing that you can do too, if you want to put all the black mesh on at first, you can. And then come back with the orange. However you want to do it, whatever makes you feel best, okay? I'm just here to share my God-given talents with you all, but you can take it and do what you want with it and make it your own. Alright, one more. Alright, gonna take it here with that 1-inch fold underneath. Alright, and I'm just gonna take it and we're gonna pinch it forward. Take it, we're going to place it down, and I want to show you something. When I'm done with this, I want to show you something that I do with my mesh to make sure that it is all nice and popping. Alright, going to take it here, going to roll it in 3 times, and then gather. Alright, take a look at it. If you need to pull it to take the part in, that's fine too. Alright, going to open it up, place it down inside. And what you want to do when you're doing this, y'all, you want to make sure you're pushing down in there, making sure your mesh is all the way down to the work form, okay? The tighter you have your mesh in there, the better your wreath will look, I promise. You don't want to leave your tinsel ties too loose because you can shift your mesh back and forth. And it's just take your time. Take your time. Push it down in there real good. Pull it really tight and then twist it your 3 times, okay? So another thing that you want to do as well is you see how this is kind of going down here? You want to take this, lift this part up, get that mesh that's laying down in there, and poof it up, okay? Just make sure you do it on both sides. You don't want to have any mesh down in there, you know, unless your mesh was really, really thin. If you're not getting your mesh from me and it's really, really thin and you need that extra layer down in there, go ahead and lift everything up to make it pop, okay? So let's go ahead and take a look at what we have and look how amazingly beautiful that is, all right? So again, we're going to recap. We have 19-inch cuts. We did the ruffle with the black and white and then the woodland ruffle on top, okay? So let's go ahead and do our ribbon. I'll do a couple of ribbon and then I'll get off of here and then I will finish it up. Then we can start adding all the fun stuff, all right? So. Alright, so this is really up to you what you use with what. I just think that that's just going to be too much black. If I put the black with the Harlequin with this, I just think that it's too much black. So I'm not going to do it, but you can choose what you want to. That's all up to you. So I'm going to actually put the yellow with the Harlequin and then put the striped with the candy corn, okay? So what you want to do with this is you're going to take this ribbon and you're going to alternate back and forth on the top ring. Every one of your tinsel ties is actually going to get 2 ribbon within, okay? And you can do this however you want. I like using 2.5-inch ribbon with a 1.5. You can do all 1.5s. You can do all 2.5s. You can mix it up. You can have 3 1.5s and 1 2.5. It's up to you. All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to take your ribbon here. You're going to make it even on both sides, and then you're going to fold it in, okay? All right, I like to make a crease right here in my ribbon. I'll open it up, and then I'll pinch it here in the center, okay? And then I'm going to go ahead and bring my ribbon. So I'm just making a little birdie. Looks like a little birdie flapping around, okay? I'm just kind of bringing the wings back, if you want to call it a birdie. All right, so I'm going to demonstrate all of the ones on the top, okay? The way that I put this in here is the way that I'm going to put it on the bottom as well. All right, so you're just going to take it here. Again, y'all, you want to push down. Make sure that that ribbon is in there nice and tight. Make sure it's in the middle. And then you're going to pull here, and then you're going to twist. All right, and I'm twisting it 2 times. And then you can take a pen, pencil, whatever you want. And then you're going to just take your tinsel ties, and then you're just going to make some little curls, okay? So you have this choice. You can do this. I use a glue stick all the time, pen, pencil, whatever you want to use to curl your little tinsel ties. You can either do that. You can also tuck them, but if you tuck them, make sure that the pointed edge is not where it can scratch your customer or the customer's door, okay? Or you can just cut them off. Just make sure if you cut them off, I definitely would tie it 3 times to make sure that you have a good hold on it, okay? So now what you want to do is you want to take your ribbon and you're going to separate it. When you're separating your ribbon, you just want to take it, hold one of the 2.5s, hold the 1.5, and you're going to just separate it, and you're going to bring it out to the side, okay? And the tighter you tie your ribbon down into your tinsel tie, the more your ribbon will pop, okay? People ask me that all the time. How do you get your ribbon to do that? I tie it down tight in the middle. All right, again, we're going to take it, we're going to fold it here. All right, and then we're going to take it, we're going to pinch it here in the middle, and then we're going to bring it back. All right, make it look like a little birdie. All right, and we're going to take it, I'm just going to push my mesh down a little bit, and then I'm going to press this inside. So I'm taking my finger, I'm pushing down, making sure my ribbon can not go any more. Making sure it's in there good. Taking my tinsel tie, crossing it over, and then twisting twice. Alright? Take your pencil, a pen, or glue gun, a glue stick, excuse me, and then twisting it. Alright? And then we're going to flip our ribbon. We're going to take it and we're just going to open it up. So when you do this, when you pull this ribbon apart, your ribbon should not move. If your ribbon shifts, that means that you do not have your ribbon in here good enough, okay? You don't have it tied down tight enough. So you need to retie it, alright? This is so cute. Alright, I'm going to demonstrate one more and then I'll get it put all on there. And then I'll come and demonstrate one on the outside, on the bottom ring, and then we'll get to adding the fun stuff. Alright, you're going to fold it, make sure it's folded in half. Nice fold. I just think this black and white really pops with this yellow. But black and white pops with everything, doesn't it? Alright, I'm going to make our little birdie. We're going to go over to the other one. Just going to kind of, see this mesh is laying down in there. You want to get that and pull that mesh up. You don't want any of your mesh hiding. Alright. Gonna push your mesh to the side, lay this in, push this down as hard as you can, and then you're going to twist. Alright, take your pencil, pen, or glue stick, and you're going to twist. Alright, you're going to take your ribbon and separate. There you go. So let me show you what it looks like. Super cute. Alright. And now I'm going to go ahead and finish it all around. Like I said, I'll come back on and demonstrate one on the outside ring or the bottom ring. And then we will get to adding all the signs and the goodies. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright guys, so we are going to add the last 2 ribbons on the outside. And one of the key things when you're doing this is that you want to make sure that you're getting your ribbon to sit on top of your mesh. If your ribbons are down too low, then they won't pop as much on the outside and they'll be kind of hidden. So one of the things that I do is I just open up my mesh and I take my tinsel ties up. I move my tinsel ties up and then I tie it in the same way. Do my two little curls, curl my little tinsel ties, and then I take my ribbon and I just make sure that I'm placing it on top of my ribbon, okay? Depending on the method, sometimes it's a little harder to get it to lay on top, but I just make sure that I have it laying on top, okay? Again, I'm going to take it here, fold it, alright, open it up, and then pinch it. Alright, so I'm taking my mesh, I'm finding my way through it, making sure that one, you have a left and a right side of your mesh. Opening up my tinsel ties, pressing that ribbon down inside. So I'm lifting, so you can have your tinsel tie where it's coming towards the table or up. Let me show you how I have mine. Okay, so it's more up towards the work form, alright? And I'm twisting it. You want to make sure you're putting on ribbon not to be hidden. You want your ribbon to be seen, okay? And then I'm just coming on top of my mesh. Bringing the ribbon on top of the mesh, okay? And let me show you how beautiful it is. Look how gorgeous. It looks amazing. Again, guys, if you want to get this kit or any of these supplies, you can go to www.rhombuscreativecorner.com and get it there, okay? So, remember, we already have our slime ready. It's so nice and hot. There we go. So what I'm doing in my head is I'm just trying to figure out how I want things to go, okay? So I'm really into doing just a nice size one bow and just having some little streamers, but I mean, it's up to you. However many bows you want. Some people like 2, some people like 3. It's all in what you want, I have a particular style, and you can take what you like from my style and make it your own, alright? So, if you wanted to get him and use him, and I should have opened this before, sorry, all in one. But if you use him, you could kind of fill in some of the space, okay? So I would just have him here with the sign tied in and his little hand on top of the sign like he's saying welcome, okay? So if you want to use him, you're more than welcome. He's just so cute. I'm thinking I might use him. He's so cute. I want to save some because I want to put them in my tree, but I want to be able to say you got some too. So I'm trying to debate. So, but anyway, that's what one thing that you could do. You could use him, put him, and then put the sign on the side. That's one thing. And then I think I'm going to just going to go to the center. Just going to put it in the center. I'm going to look at my sign, and then I'm going to put my hand up here on my work form just to make sure that I do not have a crossbar that's going to be on the top. If you have a crossbar, and what I mean by crossbar, this part right here of your wreath, okay? You don't want that to be going straight up because when they put that onto the door, it's going to cause your wreath to have to be shifted, okay? So you want to make sure that that crossbar, wherever the top of your wreath is, that crossbar on your work form is not there, okay? Now this is too cute. I just love it so much. I mean, excuse me, by itself it's just so cute. I think I'm just going to go for the middle. Alright. And so I'm not going to smush my wreath or anything like that, or my mesh. I'm just going to go right in between it, okay? Alright, and I'm just wrapping it around the work form one time. Now I wrap it around the work form one time just to make sure, because I might not like it there and I might want to move it, okay? So if you're wrapping it around a whole bunch of times, then that means you have to do a lot to get it undone. All right. Now wrap that one once too. Okay. Alright, so if you guys don't know, I actually made this beautiful, and I'm thinking about doing a YouTube down in the description. I'm thinking about doing a different version of this down in the description. Let me know if you guys want to learn how to make this. I'm not even going to tell you what it's made out of, but you might can tell. But I made this for my subscription group, Rhombus Creative Circle. And if you don't know about it, make sure to go to the website and look it up. Awesome group of ladies, and we're even going to have a retreat just for our Circle Sisters in September. So if you want to join us, make sure to go over to the website and you can join us. It's either $16.99 or $65 a month. So with the $65, you actually get a kit and you can get a one-on-one with me as well. So make sure to go to the website and check that out. But I taught them how to make this all live. Super cute. I might even add it on there. I just have one though, so I just made that one. So we'll see. So this is my thought process of when I'm making wreaths on what I want to do to my wreath, you know, and what I want to add to my wreaths, you know. And most of the time when I go live, I have no idea what I'm going to do. I don't know what type of ball I'm going to make or anything. I never really plan it out. The only time I do plan something out is when I'm doing something that is not a wreath. And I kind of plan it out in my head, you know, because wreath is my jam, you know. And I'm always doing wreaths and it's just second nature to me, right? So, I never really plan anything out of my head. Okay, so I'm going to hold it up so that you guys can see. And even with just the sign, amazing. Alright? It is amazing. So, I want to go over there because I don't know. I thought I bought, maybe everything didn't come. Because I thought I bought some orange flowers. One second. I'm going to take a break real quick and go over there and look at my bag of stuff that I bought and see if I have some orange flowers because that definitely would work for sure. I don't have any orange flowers. All I have is sunflowers and I don't want to use sunflowers. That's not spooky. Alright? Give me 1 second and I'll be right back. Alright? Alright guys, so here is the finished wreath with all of the ribbon on it. And now it's time to make bows. Alright, so I have the Rhombus Creative Station here in front of me. If you don't have this, if you have the Easy Bow Maker, it's the same thing. You can use the Easy Bow Maker to make these bows as well, or you can use your hands, okay? So, one of the things that you can do if you have a lot of ribbon in your collection is you can use different ribbons than what you actually used in your wreath. Now, three of these I am using from what I used in the wreath, and then I gathered some other ones that I can use as well, okay? So I'm just going to take it here, and I'm going to do 14 inches here, and then I'm going to go here, and then when you go down here, you push down, and I'm not pushing, but just slide down, and then you're going to turn. So you're going to have good side going up here, and ugly side going over here. So with this particular ribbon, it's not really an ugly side, okay? Both sides look good, but you always want to make sure that you twist here, alright? So we're going to do, let's do 7 inches here, and then you're going to twist. I'm going to do 7 inches on the other side. And then we're not going to do another loop. So what we're going to do is just bring this particular ribbon down with the pretty side up. Okay. Alright. So now, what you can do is you can just use your tail that you already have on there to make your tail for the other one, for your next one. So you're going to take it down, push it down, and twist. So now you can see what I meant. This is pretty side up. And this is ugly side up, okay? Then you want to pull your ribbon so that you can have some slack, okay? And then you won't be struggling with doing it, okay? So I'm going to pull that up, and I'm going to go 6 inches here. And turn it up, and I'm going to do one more, okay? For some reason, I just love doing where it has the 3 loops. Uh-oh, look at me. I took it out. There we go. Alright, so we're not doing another loop. We are going to take this one up, okay? And I'm just going to cut it about the length that the longest tail is, or the longest loop is, okay? And when you have it on your table, you can just kind of look at it, you know, kind of spread it out, be like, do I like that? Do I need to add some more? Do I need to, you know, and you can do that before you even cut it so that you can know if you want to add another ribbon, okay? So this is a ribbon that I already had. I think that it goes perfect. I've already used this before, and I just had it down here in my little ribbon box that I have. So I'm going to put that on there. Gotta add that polka dot. Gotta add the polka dot. It's so pretty. Alright. So we're going to go about 1 inch in. Go here, 1 inch in. And like you said, guys, you can really add as many loops as you want. You know, like I tell you guys all the time, when I'm about to make a bow, it's not planned in my head. I just get on here and I just start making it. It's nothing that I actually planned out, okay? So again, if you're not going to make another loop, then you just go keep your ribbon with the pretty side up. You don't have to turn it or anything, okay? It's going to be a pretty bow. Alright, so say for instance you want to add something to your bow. Alright? And so you can use either pipe cleaners, or you can use pipe cleaners, or you can use a zip tie. So when I am placing something inside of the bow, I always use a zip tie. I know for sure that the zip tie is going to actually hold everything together, okay? So what I'm doing here is I'm just taking it here and I'm cutting the stem off. So I want to just kind of try to keep it all together if I can, okay? I want to try to keep it all together, and I'm just going to cut the stem off, okay? And then I'm just going to place this going down like that, okay? So we'll see how this looks. I'm thinking that I'm probably just going to have to that. Put that there, and then come with that. You want to just make sure that you have some of that inside. Now, if I hadn't cut the stem, that probably would have been better, but it's okay. We're going to make it work. So I kind of don't like making mistakes when I'm on live, but then I kind of like making mistakes so that I can show you guys how to fix the mistake. So when I cut this off, let me see where I cut it from. Yeah, I don't know if this was connected there or not. I don't think that it was. But I don't have another one to tell. But either way it goes, I cut this off. So I should have measured before I did it and see where I wanted it before I cut the long stem off. So just lesson learned, no big deal. Like I say, we are all human. We all jack up some stuff, and it's no problem. Alright? So we have that in there. And so just make sure when you're doing this that you have some part of the pick in between the 2 pegs, okay? So usually, depending on how many ribbon I have, if I'm using 4 ribbon, I'll put 2 ribbon down, then add my extra little picks, and then put 2 ribbon on top. Well, I have 2 more ribbon that I'm using. I did 3, and then I'll do 2 on top. All right? And you know what? Let me see. I think that I'm going to, I can't find my dang on, hold on, let me have that. I'm looking for my Harlequin, y'all. I can't find my Harlequin ribbon, so that's why I bought that black and white. There's the orange on top. I'm gonna see what else I can find down there. I'm gonna put this black and white. All right. And y'all know black and white make everything pop. Makes everything pop. All right. Go a little shorter than that other one. Harlequin or stripe, it doesn't matter. It makes it pop. I love it all. I love it all. And so when you put your picks inside there, it does make your pegs go out some. So you can just kind of hold it. Just eyeball it and hold it. Don't make a big deal about it popping up. It's okay. You have something larger than the ribbon in there, so that is going to happen. Okay? But don't fret. It's going to be okay. Just make sure before you tie it tight that everything is the right size. Alright? I want something else. I want something that's really, really shiny. And this is kind of womp womp. Alright, so we're going to just leave it like this. I'm thinking I'm just going to leave it like that. I really wanted to add another ribbon on top, but to me, it's just... Let's go ahead. Let's just do one. So, and I love videotaping too, so you guys can see how my brain works. Like, I don't have a plan in my head. So, and it's okay. Just kind of go with the flow. I am a free creator. And to each his own. There's nothing wrong with having a plan in your head and doing what's in your head. But most of the time, I don't. Most of the time, I do not have a plan in my head. I just kind of go. Alright, so I'm going to get a zip tie. And so what I want to do is I want to open up the ribbon, make sure all ribbons are going to each side that they're supposed to. And I'm just going to actually just lift my hands up. Okay? I'm going to put the zip tie underneath. So what you want to do is you're going to feel on your zip tie. And if you can feel the ridges, that's the side that goes up. You want the ridges side to actually go up, okay? So I'm going to place this underneath, making sure I have all of my ribbon and everything in there. And I'm going to just pull a little bit, okay? And then I'm going to take it out. So I want to hang on to it pretty tight because we do have our picks and stuff in there. I'm going to pull this pick a little bit. There we go. All right. We do have our picks and everything in there. So I'm going to pull a little bit tighter. Make sure I'm pulling on the pick a tiny bit just to make sure that everything is good. And now, I'm going to show you what I just did. This ribbon here was going, it was turned. It wasn't turned the right way. So I'm going in and I'm fixing that, okay? Alright. And I'm just making sure all of my ribbons are going down the way that they're supposed to. Making sure all of my ribbons are facing the way that they're supposed to before I make that commitment, okay? There we go. So if you see something off, just pull one side, okay? And bring that particular ribbon in just to make sure. So I'm just peeking and taking a look. And now I'm going to get my zip tie. My pipe cleaner. Alright, and then I'm going to just place it inside. I'm going to stick it underneath. Make sure that it's even on both sides. Going to take another look at it. Make sure everything's going right. Make sure my zip tie is in the middle. And then I'm going to pull tight. Alright, so you notice when I pull tight that my bow is coming in. So the tighter that you get something, the more it's going to pop, okay? So that's one of the reasons, too, that I like to use zip ties. It holds really, really well. If you don't have them, pipe cleaner is perfectly fine. I used to always just use pipe cleaner, so, and my wreaths came out just fine, so it's okay, all right? Look at that bow. Super cute. Alright, so it's tight tight enough. So I'm going to go in, I'm going to clip this. And I think I want to use the yellow to make it pop. Alright, so I always do 10 to 8 inches. So you can either cut it or you can just fold it in half. Or fold it over each other into 3s. So I did fold over, and I put this right in the middle, the wire right in the middle, and then I'm folding over again. So you can do that, or you could just cut the ribbon in half and fold it over on 3s again, okay? So I'm just making sure all of my ribbons are on the right side. And then I'm putting my middle. Again, before I put my middle, I want to double check again. Make sure that everything looks good. Because this is going to make it tighter too. Okay? Get into a knot, but it's okay. And I'm just going to cut the extra off. Alright? Alright. And look at that bow. So this one for sure is going to be dovetailed. I think instead of moving the Rhombus Creative Station, I'm gonna go ahead and make the other bow, and then I'll add both of them at the same time, and I'll fluff then. But I just wanted to show you how stinking cute. Look at that, super duper cute. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm trying to make enough room for myself. All right, let me bring it up. Up. I'm trying to see what I do with my cute little flower. Oh, there it is. I see it. Alright, so we're going to go here with this one. The one that has the longer tails, I always put at the bottom. Alright, so me personally, I like to tie on top of the tinsel tie area. So not everybody does, and it's okay. Whatever you like and whatever works best for you. That's what I tell all of my circle sisters. Just because I do it this way doesn't mean that you have to, right? Just whatever works best. Scooch it over just a tad. Scooch it. And I'm just finding my way through all of that, the mesh. I'm trying not to smush my mesh, and you can just take it where your pipe cleaner actually just stick it through the mesh. It goes through really, really easy. But I just try to find my way through, and I'm just going to tie it one time, okay? Because I might want to change it. I might not want it there. Alright. Alright, so I'm going to take this bow here. And I could have added more pinks to this too, but in this way, with you just tying it once, just like you do with your sign, it helps a lot when you want to move it. You don't have to sit up there and be like twist, 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 to untwist it and get it to where you want it to be. And you do want to make sure that you have it on opposite sides of your work form, okay? That kind of worked out perfect. And now what I'm doing is I'm just fluffing my bow. I'm just taking my tails the way that I want them to go, in the way so that they can be seen. And so if you can see here from the top camera, I have this long stick there. I'm going to go in now because it's on here and I know that I want it there. I'm not going to have to cut the zip tie or anything. I'm going to cut that off. Especially you don't want it poking your customers. Alright? Alright, and we'll deal with the tails later. I see this one here. This one is fine. And this one I'm going to actually move up to the next tinsel tie. Alright. Had to find my hook. There we go. I'm just going to move it up to here. It was a little too far down for me. I'm going to put it where I want it to go and tie it on. So sometimes it may not just be right on top of the tinsel tie. It's okay. Alright, I still just tied that once. This one is popping. So I can go in and cut some of my tails. I am going to dovetail all of them. So let me show you so far what it looks like with the bows on it. Super cute, super cute. I love it, I love it. And let me just go over here and I'm going to grab the flower. So we can really see. I'm going to just put this through here and see if I want to use it. It's so cute. It kind of does just blend in a little bit, but let me see. Yeah, I'm going to put, and then I'm going to add my picks. Add my picks from Michales. And like I said, we have hold it up, and of course I will fix. I don't know why it's so hard for me to. I'm looking at the camera at it. Alright, let me grab the picks and then we'll start adding those. We have these. These are from Michales. And when you're breaking these picks, you want to pull from here where it starts and then pull down and try to get as long of a tail end that you can get. So when I say tail end, this is your pick and this is the little tail. So all of this is on here, but it all has wire. So when you do it, you're going to pull from here. Let me just demonstrate here since I hadn't torn this. So you're going to take it here. Alright, you're going to hold here at the bottom and then you're going to pull down to try to get as long as a pick at the end, okay? You want to try to get a long pick. And even from that one, okay? And I just love these. I need to order some more for sure. Alright. So we got this going. So I'm just going to kind of stick it under there. What I'm doing is I want to see what I like, okay? I'm going to put a little dab of glue and glue that together, okay? I love this. I gotta go order some more before it's all sold out. I got these on Michales' website. And I'm just playing off the bows. I'm just gonna bring them off of the bows. And then I'll bring in, fluff everything. That's what I was thinking, that the sign is over too much this way. There we go. So I'll fix all my bows and stuff like that. I'm trying to see. I'm loving it, for sure. Alright. So I do like that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with this section, and I'm going to start adding this, and then I'm going to fluff my bow. Okay, and then I'll go up there, and then I'll figure out what I want to do up there. I might just take it and just not even put it. So I'm just going to take this and I'm going to put some glue going all the way up. Alright. I'll lift my bow up and I'm going to place it inside. And I'm just going to kind of shake it around to get it to glue. Okay. Same way with this one, just straighten it out. Any extra paper or anything that's on there, go ahead and take that off so that you'll know that you're going to get a nice stick, okay? Just putting some glue on it, okay? And then I'm going to take it. There we go. Alright, so now let's go ahead and fluff this bow and get it to how we want it to be. Alright. Alright, so we're going to angle all of our ribbon. And when I'm cutting the ribbon, so anything that's on the right side, I'm going to angle it down, angle up, point my scissors up and cut. And then anything on the left side, I'm going to angle my scissors down and cut it. Alright. I think this one just has one. Oops, wrong side. Oh shoot, that's alright. Angle up on the right side, angle down. So when I'm saying that, I'm just pointing my scissors down. Okay. So this is on the right side. So I'm going to angle my scissors up and cut. Left side, angle my scissors down and cut. Alright. And I believe, yeah, this one just has one. And this one is on the left side, so we angle down. Alright, so then we're going to just take our ribbon. Alright, and then I'm just going to roll it. Just roll it, 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 roll it. And then let it fall. Okay? Same thing. 1.5 when it comes to having beautiful tails is my favorite. They just fall so much prettier to me than 2.5. But it may just be in my head. Oh, shoot. Alright. You know what? I'm going to dovetail this. I'm going to dovetail them and not curl them. I'm 2.5, so I'm going to just dovetail. Ooh, that's an ugly dovetail. Like I said, guys, if you make an ugly dovetail, cut it again. Like your customer may never know, but you know, right? Alright, so let me show you how this one looks. This bow down here, it's all fixed. How gorgeous. Looks amazing. I'm going to push this mesh down some and bring it kind of obtuse. There we go. I like that. So do what you got to do. I tell my circle sisters all the time, make the mesh do what you want it to do. You know, this is some high quality mesh. You can mess with it a good couple of times before it'll start to fray. So just make it do what it do. Okay. There. Yeah, I like that. Perfect. Alright, so now let's go over here. And we're going to fix this one here. Alright, so I'm still going to scoop this one. This one giving me the blues, but hey, you got to do what you got to do. I'm just going to scoot it a little bit more because I'm wanting it to be on the corner of the sign, okay? So I'm just going to scoot it a little bit more and make it do what it do. There we go. Awesome. That's better. More like it. Alright, so I'm going to dovetail these. And you don't really want your tails to be in your sign. You want to be able to read your sign, okay? So just cut your tails to your liking, but you don't want it to go in front of your sign. Alright. Alright, let's stand up. Alright, so we're going to take it here. Just be careful. I don't like putting glue over my wreath, but I do it for the so that you guys can see what I'm doing from the upper camera. Like I said, I don't like doing that. And it's very seldom that I'm not filming. So, there we go. Alright, got that one in. Let's see what I do with the other one. This is nice and fancy. Now, I just keep on losing stuff. I don't know what's the matter. Just keep on. And I don't want to open another one, but... oh, here he is. Found her. Or you know what? I think I'm going to switch. Because it's a candy corn there going up. I'm going to switch her out. My bad. I should have paid attention. And so once you're done, guys, just make sure to go in and feel to make sure that the point of these are not going to poke your customer. Okay? So go in and feel and see if you can find that and just trim it some. Okay? If you can feel it. Alright, I'm going to go here and angle it down. Oop. There we go. I'm going in and I'm fixing my ribbon. I think the bow part of the video is the longest part. There we go. So, alright guys. hold it up so that you guys can see the beauty. I love it. I really do. I don't know if I'm going to keep that over there. Maybe I will. And maybe I can just put the cupcakes. Maybe I can just glue one of the cupcakes there. Trying to see. Oh, you know what? I did have some orange flowers. I forgot that I had Joanne's to ship them to me. So let me go grab those and I can just show you some different ideas that you guys can do with it. And I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I do have these very, very pretty and roses. And I decided that I wanted to move the poinsettia that I made. Just because I have one, I'm just going to move it down there to that area. So I want to use this for a different project, so I just wanted to show you guys just things that you could use for, if you wanted to, you could just, that would be so pretty, you know, just to put one or two there. And I can cut them. I'm probably not going to use them, but I like to give you guys ideas, okay? And the little flower, the little leaves or sliders, I like that. Since I have one flower there, you know, I can put, and I'm sure I can get some more of these if I want to. I got them from Michales. And I'm just sticking it in the, so that's one idea. And then I have these, which I really like these, and we do have these in the store. So if you order this kit, you can order these as well. But I think this is what I'm going to end up using. These cute little cupcakes. I think that they're adorbs. Yeah. I like it when you're just adding both of those. You can get these. I'll put these in the description as well. And I'll put the links to the Michales items too. Okay. Let me cut this down. So I kind of want them staggered. Cute little cupcakes. I like it. And another thing that I have too, that I got from Michales, was these little bats. And I really like them. I don't think I want to put the whole thing in there. Let me see. I think I'm going to cut here and leave the stem at the bottom. Okay. So you have this as well. And you can add that. That's so cute. So this is another idea that you can do. Just add the little bat there. Make sure you know you want to bring it up. And if you wanted to add your flowers, then you can. So I think I like that. I think I'm going to do that. Alright, so let me add this real quick and then we will be done. So that's already in the pencil tie. So I'm just going to put a little glue and then I'm just going to push down on that. And then I'm going to get my little roses. And like I said, I will put the links for all of these different things that I'm using. I will put the links to the store and to at Michales. Alright. I'm just going to kind of twist this so that they can be together. And then once I have it glued in there, so see how I had it kind of staggered? Once I have it glued in there, I'm just put it right at the end where I can have just a little bit more leeway to be able to make it longer. you know, where it's not just sitting down in the wreath. So if you put it in the tinsel tie moves, so you're able to push it down, pull it up, or whatever you want it to do, okay? So I'm just putting the tinsel tie right on the end of it, and then I'll kind of decide, like, what I want to do. But like I said, you know, I could push it down. I don't want it to be stuck down in there, okay? And I have my foot little back. He can go like he's kind of flying on top of it, but I think that's it. I love it. Alright, now let me add my little poinsettia down here that I made. Like I said, guys, I think I'm going to do a YouTube video teaching you guys how to make it. I did it for my circle sisters, and they loved it, so. Alright. It's so pretty. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to get off of here. I'm going to go and fluff all of my ribbons and get it nice and pretty. And then I will be back. I will be back a bit. Alright? Be right back. Alright guys, so here is the finished product. I truly enjoyed making this for you. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And don't forget to push that notification bell. If you want this kit, you can get it at www.rhondascreativecorner.com. And I also will have all of the links to everything that I used down in the description. Alright guys, I missed you and I'm so happy to be back making tape tutorials for you. Alright guys, until next time. Bye guys.